Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at purchasing the Ocelot Penetrator. Okay, so as we can see, the Ocelot Penetrator retailing at $880,000, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. As we can see, it's a rather interesting looking vehicle based, I do believe, upon the XJ220 from the 1990s, don't you know? Okay, well, let's take it out onto the street, ladies and gentlemen, and give it a go. See how she handles, why don't we? Okie dokie, right here. Well, first off the line, not an instant acceleration, to be quite frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to write home about there. Okie dokie, back end does want to come away with you, to be quite frank. Okie dokie, so there we go. Yes, rather long wheelbase on this vehicle, or at least that's how it feels. Does sort of have a bite point where if you go beyond it, you are going to lose traction. The car's going to, the back end's going to come round on you. Okie dokie, well, as you can see there, it's not handling that bottom corner too badly, you know. It's probably chiefly because of a lack of speed, one would imagine. Okie dokie, as you can see, it's starting, speaking of speed, it's starting to get up a little bit of velocity here now as it's heading on down the straight. And like you see, it's having no trouble weaving between those cars there. So, all in all, not a bad car, ladies and gentlemen. Is it worth the money? Well, that's a different story as to whether it's worth buying. Is it worth the money? I suppose in a certain way it is, but there are lots of other cars out there that do feel much better on the road and are far cheaper. Okie dokie, right here, and I'm thinking primarily of the Ocelots and the Wagners there, not the Wagner, that's a lot more expensive, of the Ocelots and the Batches there, the cheaper end, you know, the Comet and such forth maybe. Right, okay, here we go. Well, we're going to take it on back into the custom auto shop, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen. Just give you a chance to have a look at some of those modifications on the vehicle. Okay, and here we go, heading on inside, don't you know. There we go. Okay, the Ocelot Penetrator. It is a supercar, ladies and gentlemen, although it's I consider it to be more of a classic, like I say, coming from the 1990s, as it does. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are a few of the options, the more aesthetic options there. And we are going to run through this at double speed, so we can just hurry things along somewhat. Okie dokie, and there we go. Have a look at a few of the colors, give you an idea of what this vehicle looks like, even the different shades of the rainbow. Right, okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. You got the general gist of it. Okay, now we fully upgraded this vehicle, so why don't we take it out onto the street and see how it handles now? Okie dokie, now we're launching up the hill. As you can see, I've seen a lot of other cars do this a lot faster, but it's not shoddy, you know, it's not too shabby, really. It holds that top corner, but then again, you know, like I said, it hasn't got a lot of speed to really be fighting against there. Okay, but like you see, it handles perfectly well, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, it does feel like it's got a long wheelbase, does feel like the back end does want to come away with you after a certain point. But up to that bite point, it's a perfectly reasonable car in terms of steering. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, you are capable of weaving through traffic with whoops, a daisies, didn't get through that time today. Okay, missed that bottom corner, ladies and gentlemen. On the extended version of this video, we do give it another go, but we won't go in for such an indulgence in this quick review, don't you know. Okay, so there we go, the Ocelot Penetrator, ladies and gentlemen, $880,000. Okay, well, let's take it on up to the track and see how she handles. So, like I say, the Fister Comet, can it handle the Fister Comet? Now, the Fister Comet's a very cheap car, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure of the price, something like $100,000. I believe this is the Comet Retro, don't you know? Certainly not the Comet SR. I'm sure that would eat it for lunch. Right, okie dokie, well, you see, even round the corner it's catching up there, the Comet, don't you know, but down this straight here, okie dokie, the Penetrator has definitely got it, and that really is a jolly good thing, considering, like I say, there's about a $700,000-$800,000 difference in the price of these cars. So, yes, there we go, right, okay, but it is catching up, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. That really is rather disconcerting. Right, okay, let's try it up against one of the dual batches. Now we can go for the 770 or the Spectre on this occasion, ladies and gentlemen. We are going for these dual batches Spectre. Now these cars, again, aren't really in exactly the sort of same price bracket, I believe, or I could be wrong. The Spectre's around about the $500,000 mark, maybe 600,000, something along those lines, I do believe. And like I say, 880, nearly 900, nearly $1 million effectively for the Penetrator. Okay, and as we can see, yes, the Penetrator is holding the lead there, and that really is, like I say, for $1 million. Jolly good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but that's not really, we're only putting it up against sort of the small fry here. Let's pull out something a little bit more serious, shall we? And that is the Pegassi Zentorno, ladies and gentlemen, $725,000 now up against $880, and let's see how the Ocelot handles the Zentorno. Right, okay, there we go. Yeah, so the Penetrator really not holding its own there against the Zentorno. It's hard to say. Well, I mean, for it's more money, so perhaps one may expect it, but we do know that Zentorno is a very fast car. And that does really sort of put the Penetrator in the shade there, so to speak. Yeah, so should you go ahead and buy the Penetrator? Not really, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't advise it. Not the fastest car, not the best handling, unless you're looking to complete an Ocelot collection or have a particular penchant for the XJ220. I wouldn't really recommend it. There are far finer cars out on the game for either cheaper money or about the same sort of money that are going to beat this around the track every single time. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.